Guys, hopefully at this point you've already watched my actual fishing, which as you know by now, the conditions of the creek was just terrible. You know, we've had no rain here in Louisiana, and it's been extremely hot. I'm talking 95 plus degrees. So poor little creek is pretty much all but dried up, and it left behind a lot of that nasty, scummy algae, pond scum type stuff. There's no water flow, so it's just staying where it is. But I am happy to report that I today drove by that creek. I didn't fish, I just drove by to check on it because we had a lot of heavy rain the other day. And I am very glad to see that the creek is back to normal conditions. How long that's going to last, we'll see. But anyway, at this point, you've already seen I've caught, I can't even remember how many bass. Nothing really with any size, but you know, at least I was catching some bass, and I caught a few brim as well. It did take me 3 trips out there. You know, technically one trip was for a whole 30 minutes, but I had a little bit of time to kill waiting on my dad, so you know, I decided let me hit that creek because he actually lives on the back side of the creek, so it didn't take me no time to get from there to his house. But yeah, unfortunately, because of the conditions of the creek, I couldn't use a whole lot that was in the bag due to the conditions of the creek, like I said, and my lack of time. I didn't really have time to venture out and go to other places, so I just stuck to the creek because it was working for me. But I had a lot of fun. You know, it was good being able to get back out there and actually catch some fish, regardless of their size. And at the same time, I actually went further down the creek than I have prior. And the creek was so low that I actually found a spot where it dried up, and it's not supposed to be dry. That was really heartbreaking to see. But like I said, it's back to normal now, so awesome. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. I will be sending this bag. It's going to be leaving here in Louisiana, headed to sunny Florida, and it's going to make an appearance at my boy Joe with Parabellum Fishing, his front door, and he's going to take it and go do what he does. You know, there's no telling what he might catch. He might catch some bass, he might catch some brim, he might catch some snakeheads. You know, Joe's a pretty well-rounded angler. If it's in his creek, he's going to catch it. But my contribution to the bag, first up, I have a pair of pliers because the bag did not have any pliers, and we all know when you need pliers and you don't have them, it sucks. So I'll be throwing those in the bag, as well as some forceps. I use these a lot. And you know, I do a lot of ultralight fishing. I do non-ultralight fishing a lot as well, but sometimes you can't beat an ultralight rig. You know, a 2-ounce brim feels like a 5-ounce bass. You know, it's a lot of fun. 5 pound. A 2-ounce brim feels like a 5-pound bass. But there's not a whole lot of ultralight gear in the bag, so I will be including the worms that I like to use, and I will put somewhere over here a picture of how I rig them up. You can do whatever you want. I'm just, you know, showing how I do it. It's kind of an almost Texas rig style, but not really. But I work it like you would a Texas rig worm. And a lot of you will remember this from a previous challenge going around, the Rebel Creek Pack, which I participated in that challenge, and I actually continue to use these baits. They've done a lot of good for me. And if you catch something on these with those tiny little treble hooks, that's where these really come in handy. I will also include a handful of both of my decals, as well as a handful of Backwoods Hillbilly Fishing with Bubba and Uncle Buck decals. So everybody who participates in this from this point on, best of luck to you. This bag is just going to keep getting better and better. It's going to be filled with more and more good quality fish catching baits. And like I said, it's going next to Parabellum Fishing. Good luck, brother. I know you'll do some good with it. And yeah, hopefully if you're watching this video, hopefully you watched at least the fishing segment of this long video. It turned out to be so long, you know, but I hope you at least watched the fishing portion. You know, you can watch the intro portion just to get an idea of what's going on, but you know, I'd rather you actually watch me going out having fun with this bag. Excuse me. But anyway, I am about to load this bag down with my contributions and get it on the road back, or get it on the road to Florida. And I appreciate you all watching. Your support means a lot to me, and hopefully it won't be very much longer before you see another video from me. Yeah, I appreciate you all tuning in. Forgive my tongue-tiedness. Like I said, it is very hot out here, and my brain is scrambling right now like an egg. But anyway, I'm rambling on, so appreciate you watching. We'll see y'all in the next video.